Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. In the last part, we did Hildebrand with 6.4, and it's time to do 6.5! Oh my god! 6.5! Anyway. Yeah, we kind of left the 13th in a little bit of a hurry last time we did story, so yeah. Seeking the light. Arya, I was about to call for you. There have been developments concerning the Void Gate that I would discuss with everyone. Coincidentally, I am told Ishtola will be returning shortly. I dare to hope she has made some progress in finding a way to harness the first light. Come, let us await the others in my chambers. Oh, it's not voiced! No, I thought this was voiced. I should have known from the background track. One of those that usually plays an unvoiced. My apologies for the delay. Think nothing of it. I pray thou art come with glad tidings. With findings well worth many sleepless nights, I am pleased to report. You may leave it there, thank you. Eager though I am to hear the details, I must first share tidings of my own, grave ones. Urion J hath sent word from the Void Gate in Mare Lamentorum. The situation is precarious. They continue to rely upon the brands to contain the forces which would otherwise flow freely into the source. Yet, though these measures were sufficient to imprison a fragment of Zodiac for eons, against our enemies' determined onslaught, they are degrading at an unsettling rate. The Lowbirds are sparing no effort to sustain the brands, but 'tis only a matter of time ere they fall. Fall. Eh. Unless we act soon, there shall be no stopping Golbez from realizing his ambition. The Zeroma should so test the seal even when not at full strength. 'Tis every bit as terrible as we feared. Aye, we must needs vanquish it, to which end we require a means to pierce its dark shroud. So, did you find it? A way to bring resplendent light to bear against our foe? As a matter of fact, I have. The theory was simple. We harness light from the first and channel it to the 13th. Such a feat would require us to manipulate vast amounts of energy, to say the least. And so I consulted with Sid and his fellows, who rose to the challenge and produced bespoke devices, ether transmitters. These marvelous contraptions can be placed in locations of our choosing to facilitate the flow of ether. In other words, we can use them to create ethereal currents. Such a thing should be possible. We shall first direct ether from Nabatha rank, where the flood of light was halted, into the crystal tower. We all know from personal experience the wonders of which it is capable, wonders which suit our needs perfectly. I should mention that the structure in the Azim Steppe, which the Allegans built to redirect ether, was also a source of inspiration. Once we have infused the crystal tower with sufficient ether, we shall send it into the rift. The ether transmitters shall guide the energy onto the 13th, like so. In this way, we shall have a lance of light with which to pierce the shield of darkness. Or so I hope. No tests we perform were close to the scale of what we ultimately seek to achieve. I cannot guarantee success. It would hardly be the first time we played it by ear. True enough, but that's not a point of pride for me personally. Science and theory aside, we need to place one or more of these transmitters in the first, I take it. A task we must entrust to you, Arya. Rest assured I'll provide you with what support I can. Oh, I need to change my weapon glamour. I wish to go as well. This world that you brought back from the brink, I would see it with my own eyes. But how dost thou intend to make the journey? In a spirit vessel, that's how you and yours managed it, yes? Why, since somebody else sees a soul separate from flesh, this separation I can do at will. The principles are similar enough. If you're averse to traveling with company, I shall be glad to lend Zero my vessel. Then it's settled. I shall finish preparing the transmitters and then help Zero transfer her soul. Proceed to your own preparations and let's reconvene and make a do that. My own preparations, like fixing my weapon glamour. Because, yeah, no. Glamour. To find the right one. I think it's this one. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Ishtola will be along after she's seen Zero Soul. Let us await her here. Nope, nope. Music says this is not voiced. There's just tracks where you're like, you hear it and you know it's not a voice cutscene. Apologies for the wait. Everything went smoothly. Zero Soul is now safely within the spirit vessel. I shall have the alchemist attend to her body until she returns. The vessel I place in your care, along with the transmitters and a set of garments for Zero. I have also included instructions on how to operate the crystal tower, courtesy of Vrtra. While you're away, I'll join Uri on Chandel operates on the moon. They'll need help should the brands fail. A fine idea. For my part, I shall continue to coordinate our efforts while I recover from my wounds. Given the task at hand, I suggest you speak with Ryne. With her power over light, she is bound to be helpful in our efforts. But ere you do that or aught else, seek out Beklug. As the first foremost authority on Soulcraft, they should be able to grant Zero a corporeal form. As I recall, the old Numo was rather fond of the Cabinet of Curiosity, so that should be your first stop. That's all for me. Go forth, warrior of darkness, and make your triumphant return to the first! Is that you, Arya? What brings you back across the rift? Honestly, first you asked me to extract another soul from a spirit vessel, and you tell me you have designed to channel light to the void? Wicked white, Arya, is nothing ever simple with you. I suppose some people can't help but find themselves at the center of world-changing events. Very well, if your home is imperiled, then I shall do all in my power to aid you. If it helps Unukohai with his work, all the better. They actually mentioned the fact, a little payoff from doing the Warring Triad and the wrap-up of the role quests for Shadowbringers. They actually mentioned it. Well, I send your companion, you should go and speak with Ryne. By all accounts, she practically lives at the Horatorium these days. I will look for you there once I've finished. Yeah, they actually mentioned Unukohai. It's like, oh my god. This whole time, like, yeah, we're going to the 13th, blah, 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 blah. And there's just, like, someone here in the first who literally, 2 people here in the first, literally from the 13th. Like, come on.
Restoring the elements to the empty may allow life to flourish there once more. But that isn't enough to return the environment to the way it was. No, we need to gradually reintroduce life, beginning with plants. Not just any plants, though, but those that won't be a burden on a weakened land. Such as...
How about coffee plants?
Coffee. If I recall correctly, it thrives in warm climates with cooler nights to promote growth. Yes. Yes, that might be suitable. And with a good harvest, we could set some aside for coffee biscuits. Wait, it's you!
Howdy.
It seems you caught me rambling to myself. How embarrassing. I've been studying botany, you see. Hoping that the knowledge would help our work in the empty. But never mind that for now. What brings you to the Crystarium? It was my understanding that the final days were behind us. You wish to combat this otherworldly threat with the power of light? Please, let me help. Though I've lost my connection to Hydaelyn, I can still manipulate light to a degree. If there is a chance I could save others with that power, then I have to try.
"'Tis done. Zero is now with us in the flesh. The spirit vessel I shall hold on to for operating the tower. This will help me to make sense of the controls, will it? There's a levity in his words that wasn't there before. It heartens me to know he is well. I shall see to the preparations as per his instructions.
My thanks for your help.
Think nothing of it. That said, 'tis customary that my kind receive fitting payment for services rendered.
Not unlike we Void sent, then. In that case, you may devour some of my ether.
Are you mad? I'll do no such thing. The very suggestion is absurd.
Now, let's calm down. We all have our preferences, and I'm sure no offense was intended.
I shall attend to the tower now. The rest, I leave to you.
Zero, was it? My name is Ryne. It's a pleasure to meet you.
This world isn't what I expected. While light is indeed strong here, it's not pervasive or overwhelming. Everything looks much as it does in the source.
We have the Warrior of Darkness to thank for that. If you're interested, I would be glad to show you around.
Just an ordinary sky. Ordinary and beautiful. To think that after so much loss, they could reclaim this.
I was good with the song staying on that bit of Tomorrow and Tomorrow. Like, I was good with that game. I've heard some of your deeds, something of your deeds here. How the Warrior of Darkness fought on despite light ravaging her very being. That is self-same strength of spirit. Perhaps I could have done more for my world. No, it isn't over yet. The 13th isn't beyond saving. That's why we're here. Where to? Just lead the way. Appealing to the masses. Oh, come on. Let's head from the Botha rank. Since Zero can't teleport to Ether right there, we should probably travel by tomorrow. Ah, there you are. Thank goodness I'm not too late. Lena, I take it back Luke told you why she's here. More or less. Greetings and welcome. I'm Lena, Captain of the Guard here at the Crystarium. Zero, is there something you require? When I learned of your plan to gather light at the Crystal Tower, I felt compelled to warn you of the potential repercussions. I know well that you would never use the tower for ill, nor without due caution. Even so, I believe I understand. Ever since the flood, light has been a source of pain and misery. Some fear it still, no doubt. Which is to say that some would be uncomfortable at the sight of it wielded as we intend. That is your concern, is it not? Precisely. It was light that nearly consumed our world. To use the Crystal Tower to harness this destructive force was turning the tower into an object of fear. You may convince the Crystarium the necessity of your cause, but will not be so easy to win over those outside our walls. I worry this will undermine the fragile trust that we have only begun to build with some communities. They may misunderstand your intentions. Tell me who they are and what misunderstandings they may have. I shall allay their concerns. Arya and I will go with her. People will know us. Our presence will put them at ease. Thank you. I realize this will delay the execution of your plans, but I see no other way. As for where to begin, I dare say Yulmore would be as good a place as any. Though ours is an amicable relationship now, we were at odds for long years. Yulmore was once ruled by a tyrant who wielded the power of light. Though he promised salvation, in truth he made slaves of his subjects and sought to destroy any who defied him. He's gone now, thankfully, and a man named Chinus was elected mayor. Relations between our cities have improved much since then. Even so, there's a lingering rivalry between us. If the Crystarium were to harness light without warning, some Yulmorans might suspect we have ulterior motives. Thus, would it be prudent to give them prior notice? If you explain that you seek to save the Warrior of Darkness's home, though, I should hope that they would give you their blessing. Once again, yours is a name that commands respect and trust in the domain of your former enemies, as it does in Garlemald. Where else should we visit? After Yilmore, I would suggest the Raktika Greatwood. There, you'll find the Knights Blessed, a small collective which worships darkness, as well as the Vis, guardians of the secrets of ancient Unka. The Vis are insular and will likely not object unless the light encroaches upon their territory. Knights Blessed, on the other hand, would greatly benefit from your assurances that your actions will not adversely affect their lives. People who worship darkness, fitting for a world all but consumed by light. Very well, we will treat with the people of Yilmore and the Knights Blessed. Here, take these Whisper Weights. I will let you know when all is in readiness here with the tower. Right then, I should tend to my own tasks. Explain the situation to people of the Crystarium and arranging your transmitters to be placed here and in Navatharang. We're truly grateful. Thank you, Lena. Let's head to Yilmore. Hopefully Chinese will know how best to present our plan to everyone. Stop by something real quick. I'm just curious if there's any lines of reference if you go here right now. This is fine. Nicole, hi! Hi! What? With our methods, we can barely maintain a faint connection to the 13th. You say that you've journeyed there? Incredible. Such tribe, Archonish told them as if to uncover the secrets of cross-drift travel. Think of creating artificial atmos could only be described as inspired. Suffice it to say, I should like nothing more than join you on your future forays, but I will abide in patience for now. You already have a capable guide at your disposal. My presence would be extraneous. Besides, there are certain tasks that require me to be here in the first. For one, I wish to learn more about the approach used to revive the empty. It is my hope that the self-save can be applied in the 13th, and to that end, I will arrange to meet with those involved. Aha! Loose ends, are you? You're welcome to lay about if you intend to spend some time. You're just talking about the hunting stuff. I feel perhaps Arbert rubbed off on me more than I anticipated. Oh, here we go. I went to the 13th. What? Not only do you travel the 13th, you encounter the Memoriat besides? Perfect white. There's nothing. That's nothing short of a miracle. I used to believe a Memoriat. I used to be a Memoriat myself, but I lost my powers when the Ascians plucked me out of the void. Don't you think that this Zero managed to survive with hers all this time? If she claims to have no desire to save our world as compatriot, I should still be keen to meet her. There's only so many of us left, after all, and those who haven't completely lost themselves. Also, I know full well that she's literally here in the first, right now, game. Zero is literally in the first. Also, I know full well that you and yours have your own objectives in the 13th. But should you discover aught that might lead to its restoration, I thank you to share it with me. Zero's literally in the first right now game. Like, come on! I was right there! You know what? We're gonna call it good there. On my little rant about how they just don't do that connection with Zero and Unoka High and Ciela. Even though I can only talk to me like, hey, I went to the 13th. Ha ha ha. Oh, by the way, I'm in Memoria. She's here in the first, but you know, yeah. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps with keeping content like this and more. I'll links for that in the description below, along with the links to me on social media. Also become a channel member. There's a little join button. It's cool. You get some cool little emotes or something, and a couple other benefits. But it's another way to support me besides like Patreon and all that. Anyways, thank you for watching. And until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!